Thank you, Martin. In the next 20 minutes, I hope that I will suffer to try to explain you a couple or three ideas about our forest biomass, but thinking in energy sector in Castilla y Leon. We have divided the presentation in 5 points. Actually, what can we do with the forest biomass? How do we want forest biomass, and what are proposing in our bioenergy plan in Castilla y Leon, and conclusion is only 15 words of the formulations, right? First of all, I'm thinking that I come from Spain. Spain is a little different of the surroundings, you know? It's a little more dry. But in my region, we have more or less than the 30% of the area is covered by forest. We have 1,300 trees per inhabitant. That is a high level in Spain. But we have a change because now we have a very low utilization of our forest. Only 25. When the normal average in Estonia is 65. We have one strong point, is that the forest land belongs or is ruled by the regional government. In the way that we are, as the regional government, as the greatest owner of land, forest land in the region, we manage the 40% of the land and controls 75% of the trading activities around the forest sector. It is good, but it is bad in the way that it's good because there are no actors as in other parts of Spain. For example, in Galicia and Spain, you could in this room in the Galician forest, you could find 3 owners. It's not a joke, it's completely true. If in this room you have 3 owners of a forest land, it's very complicated to do something, right? And for us, we have, and this is a strong point that almost all the forests belong to the government. We have a very good, important, industrial, associated good sector. They are fundamental for us. I believe that sometimes they are very well as lobby of our region, of our forest administration, and sometimes the primary manufacturing industries are thinking only in their own interest, in spite of the general interest. We have more or less 800,000 tons per year of high surplus production. Many of the products is self-consuming rate inside the facilities, but nevertheless we import some kind of. In this way, the main items in Castilla y Leon is a typical forest biomass, or for us thinking in energy. I am from the energy administration. I am not a forest engineer. Yeah, and for us it is interesting because more or less all the vegetable material could produce energy. Obviously, it's not this material for energy, but it's an energy resource. We have a potential. Now it's only, as I said, the 3% is employed, but consider the technological, economical, and environmental could reduce the huge amount of biomass that we could use in Castilla y Leon. Basically, I believe that silvicultural treatments will be left in the forest. Oaks or deciduous trees nowadays is not used. The traditional wood is a present biomass resource, and people from the forest administration believe that the main interest could be in the thin wood for commercial techniques. This way is not only the forest, but also the forest industry that they could produce resources for the energy sector. In some way, we believe that for the industry, for the sawmill, from the industry processor of wood that is very close to the building construction, right? It's very good to have another consumer as the energy, because in the energy sector we are more stable as consumers, as for example the furniture sector or the construction sector. We believe that there are several advantages from the point of view of the forest in the energy optimization, reduce of fire and risks. As I said, when it is smaller number of decision units, it's more easy to manage, and planning future in the long term in line with the energy sector. This sentence needs an explication. When I will try to explain the bioenergy sector, sometimes I believe I try to put a metaphor that it is we are liberals, the people from the industry, but the people from the resources, there are two kinds: people from agriculture and people from forest. People from agriculture, they are anarchists, as Bakunin. Every farmer thinks different to another farmer. It's completely crazy. For our mentality, that we have got a 16 million euro power plant that it must be filled year by year, day by day. And this kind of mentality of the farmers is completely. We prefer the forest mentality that is a Soviet mentality. In the way, no, they don't have the quinquennial plan, but they use 50 years to planify the forest. And we have got 20 years, 15 years to pay to the bank the loans for the power plants, and another 15 years, in total 50 years, to make profitable the plants. In this way, we prefer we, as energy sector, we prefer the forest sector by their mentality than the farmer sector by his Bakunin mentality. What is the problem when I think in biomass? Another big concept is the value-added chain, right? There are two steps of the chain. There are two steps of the chain that they are production stage and logistics stage. In our region, we have problems to assess the available forest material. We have another problem with the mechanization of the biomass. Due to we have not enough experience, and the cost is very, very high. I suppose that our cost is less than I have seen in the Trento Mountains with the cranes, that it will be first technically a miracle to put and to move these goods, these trees, and afterwards they are very expensive, I suppose. our mountains is like similar. It's not so high, but obviously it's enough expensive to sometimes use the number of the tons that we want for the prices. And we have got another position, another problem that the manufacturing industry acts as a dictatorship. We have got in Spanish a sentence that is like the farmer's dog. It doesn't eat, but it avoids that another dog eats. And the manufacturing goods industry acts in the same way. Sometimes they couldn't process all the wood of the forest, right? But they never want that another energy sector use their forest, their resources. The reason is obviously because in the first time when they are alone, they act as a monopoly to the resources of the forest, and they want to maintain this monopoly. And sometimes they combine to the forest authorities against our ideas of energy authorities. Our problems in the parts of the logistics is that obviously the logistics preferred for the manufacturing industry could be used, but it needs to improve. We have got another problem with the trucks because for the circulation, for the railroads, for the traffic rules, you couldn't use very big lorries with goods, and it must be more expensive than another place, and we have a lack of centers of pre-treatment.